Bear with me. If you've got any questions you want to ask today about Maker Faire or about 3D printing, I'm here to answer your questions today. There we go. We should be live streaming right now over on the first layer. We are live. Okay. So I can see your chat over here on the first layer. I can see so we're streaming today on YouTube and Facebook, and I can see your comments on both today. So if you've got some comments that you want to make or things like that, we're going to announce the winner of the Spool 3D draw right here on the live show today. I want to tell you a little bit about Maker Faire. Maker Faire was an amazing time for me. I've never been to a Maker Faire before. I've been to plenty of conventions and that kind of stuff over the years with my business, Cleveland Media Group. But I've never been to a Maker Faire, and I got to tell you, it was probably the most fun I've had of any convention that I've ever gone to. I got to meet a lot of great people, and I got some shout outs I'm going to do. I've got all kinds of stuff. I want to give a shout out to this fine young lady, and her name is Rianne Murray. She is an artist, and she makes cardboard cat villages and castles and all that kind of stuff. So I want to give a shout out to her, and James McGee, who is a photo from Photo Glow. I met some great people. Emerson Burns from SATE. We talked a little bit. There's a shout out to him. Fuse 33, which is a makerspace. I want to talk a little bit about these guys. Fuse 33 Makerspace is located here in Calgary. They're a rebranded maker facility, and you can get in touch with them at Fuse 33. That's fuse33.com. Check them out if you're in Calgary, Airdrie, or any of the surrounding areas. Then we've got Mara, who I need to talk to a little bit more. She's from RDC and Red Deer College, if anybody doesn't know. We talked a little bit over the weekend. And Danny Schiebel, Schiebel. He's a creator. Now, Danny, let me see if I can find his other stuff in here. There it is. Tapagami is his business, or one of his businesses. He's from California, and I got to tell you, this guy can make anything out of a roll of tape. It was amazing to see the stuff that he had. So if you're interested in seeing some of his work, go and see www.tapagami.com or tapagami.com, and he will be the guy to see. And when we talked, who else did I talk to? Redemption Handiworks, some very cool stuff over there. A little shout out to Protospace. Now I want to tell you a little bit about Protospace. They're having a open house. When are they having this open house? They have a fall open house Saturday, November 18th at 10 a.m. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's food, demos, prizes, all kinds of stuff. They're located at 1530 27th Ave Northeast, Bay 108 and 110. And there is a map to Protospace. I'll put that information in the description down below after we get done. Country G 3D. These guys were a lot of fun. It's a couple, and they were printing, and they were having a great time doing it. They were showing off all kinds of stuff. And that Bob. I meant to get around and do an interview with Bob, and I never got the chance to. So for anybody that did not get to see Country G 3D, make sure you check them out. Phil Morris, hey Phil, how you doing? You forgot to enter the draw on Saturday, but you enjoyed the show. Great to hear, Phil. I'm glad that you had a great time at the Maker Faire. I had a great time at the Maker Faire. Dixon Cox Enterprises. He does amplifiers, speaker cabinets, all that kind of stuff. Amazing work. You know, the Maker Faire was just full of a lot of people. Eric McCallum, he's a builder and designer from Art and Design with Lego. So his booth was full of Lego, and kids were having a great time all weekend long with it. It was amazing. Then we got EDM. EDM is a design and miniatures company. So they do a lot of great stuff over there as well. Red Deer R2D2, Chris Sturgis. Chris Sturgis had his R2D2 on display, and his son was dressed up as a Jawa. I think I got a little bit of footage of the Jawa. And he's got the Imperial song, or the Imperial March, which is the same as my ringtone. So I always kept thinking that my phone was going off. BLF NAR, Lyndon Peters, great person, had a good time there. Sweet Hard Candy, they're all handmade hard candy, had a great time with those guys. And last but not least, we have Explore Robotics. So check out some of those guys. I'll put some links down in the description after the live stream is done. I want to thank Spool 3D for all of their support with this new show all about 3D printing, and we're exploring 3D printing. I talked so much about the show over the weekend. My voice is hoarse. So let's get to the winner of the draw. There was a lot of entries for the draw for a Wanhao Duplicator Mini i3, which is a wonderful little printer. And the winner is Rose Koziel. I'll be sending Rose a email a little bit later on today. We'll be putting her name down there, and hopefully she'll get back to us and let us know where to send or if she wants to come pick it up. She can come pick it up too. Send her. Pardon me. I'm not even awake. I've been awake all weekend, so now I got to have a little bit of this. Oh, that's good stuff. All right. So if you did not get a sticker at the show, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to me here at the studio, and I will put up that address now so that you can see what's going on. So the address is going to appear on the screen here, and what you want to do is just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the first layer, in care of this address, and I will send you one of the first layer stickers. We got new members in the community. If you are watching the community over the last couple of days, I welcomed all the new people to our Facebook group for the first layer, and you know, I just had a great time talking to people. Kids were amazing, full of questions. Everybody was full of questions, and Frank Osm, who is my graphic designer, will be coming on to help me with the live streams very shortly as well. Frank's a great guy. He brought out some of his lithophanes, which are basically a 3D print. When held up to the light, you can see that there is a picture inside of the lithophane, and it makes pictures. So I also want to thank Jason Bedard and his whole team from Maker Faire Calgary for allowing me to come down there and have a great time and meet all the wonderful people that we met over the weekend. Nobody's got any questions today. Wow, that's amazing. That is truly amazing. I'm juggling everything here myself this morning. I got lots of stickers from the show. I got a T-shirt from the show and some other stuff, and I'll show off some of the footage this coming Wednesday. Just so you guys are aware, I was going to do a spotlight on the artist who created the Wonder Woman behind me, also the Batman that you've seen on the shelf, or if you were at the show, you saw the Batman as well. So it was a great time. A lot of people had a lot of questions. I was going to, like I said, I was going to do that as an artist piece, or an artist profile, but this week I need to rest my voice, as you can probably hear, and I will be just running some footage from Maker Faire 2017 here in Calgary on Wednesday. So that'll be our Wednesday show, is the first part of a bunch of footage and a bunch of people that we talked to at Maker Faire. So I hope you guys will enjoy that this Wednesday and allow me to have a little bit of rest. But I will be back on Friday. And Friday is, as usual, your questions and answers, your suggestions of what you want to see in the show. I put up a poll on the Facebook group last night, or the night before, on Saturday night when I got back from the show, and asking you what you want me to do on the show. And so far it seems that we have, people want to see useful household items. So we are going to cover that real soon. I'm going to be covering some lighting techniques on stuff like the TARDIS in the back. We're going to get finished that R2-D2 in the back as well. I'm going to do a follow-up video on the Wanhao Duplicator 6, just because, let me just switch cameras here real quick. Just because one of the people that is part of our group over on, or one of the subscribers, I should say, over on YouTube, had asked me some questions, and he brought up some very good points, and I want to address those points for him and for the rest of the audience if you're interested in getting a Wanhao Duplicator 6. It's not a perfect machine, but it's not a bad machine either right out of the box, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a couple of weeks. And we are going to do that spotlight on Malik 3D, or 3design.com. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff coming up in the next few weeks as we get ready for Christmas. I will be doing an episode on Christmas items that you can print for your friends and family. And again, we're going to go through free sources. My mind is kind of wandering today, so you'll have to excuse me, but my desk is actually fairly clean today. I am drinking the worst thing in the world for me today, which is a Rockstar. I don't have any Monster today. As most of you know who watch this show, I'm a big fan of Monster energy drinks. I don't go overboard. I only drink one at a time. And I only drink one a day, basically. So many people tell me these are horrible for me, and I know that they are, but you know, they help to keep my energy up at my age level. And because my throat is so raw, I need something constantly going down my throat to soothe it. With that said, again, I had a great time at Maker Faire this week. Again, spool3d.ca. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this show or this wonderful space to do the show in. We're going to get back to this printer that's up here, the Prusa i3. It needs a couple of upgrades, so we're going to talk a little bit about that as we go forward. And that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below on the Facebook page, or if you have, or on to YouTube. If you're not a member of us yet, please consider becoming a member. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and that little notification bell. Share it with your friends if you think that there's somebody who can get some use out of the information that I impart. Please pass it along to your friends, and we'll grow a big community, and we'll go from there. So until Friday, when you see me again live, you guys have a great week, and on Wednesday we're going to do some Maker Faire coverage. So have a great week, and I will talk to you then. Bye for now.